something that came up yesterday. It was because of a video I saw, and I figured I may as well do a small post on it because I see it's a mistake that a lot of Christians and even like I see pastors preaching from the pulpit saying this. Jesus did not receive the 40 minus 1. The 40 minus 1 is something that God instituted in the, well, no more than 40 lashes what God instituted in the Pentateuch. Jews would do 39 lashes, 40 minus 1, because they did not want to go over 40. It was more of a cautionary measure. I hear even like pastors talk about, oh, Jesus received how Paul received the 40 minus 1 5 times, and Jesus, that's what Jesus received, but that's not true at all. We need to remember that it was the Romans that did the whipping to Jesus, and there's a reason why when like ancient Roman historians would talk about the flogging that crucifixion victims would receive, that they'd call it the pre-death, because they didn't have the same rules. As a matter of fact, Romans would do far more than 40 as kind of a way to mock the Jews. But Jesus received far more than 39 lashes, far more than 40. And also when Jews gave the 40 lashes, or the 40 minus 1, it would be primarily to the back, but the Romans flogged everywhere. The type of flog that they used was different too. It wasn't just leather cords. The type of cords that the Romans would use were designed very much to inflict bleeding. Whether internal or external, it's debated. But certain Roman historians would even say that the flogging was so bad that people would even die sometimes before they made it to the cross. Like I said, it's the pre-death. And also I don't know if it's Josephus or Tacitus or Marbar Serapion, one historian, or yeah, I don't remember. One of the historians essentially said that there would be times where the beating would be so bad that the muscles, like the abdominal walls, would actually collapse, and people's like intestines would be like hanging down by their knees because the body couldn't support it. So let's take that like equivocation. Just because Jesus received flogging in Jerusalem doesn't mean that he received the Jewish flogging that was done in synagogues. What the Romans did was for execution. The purpose of it was to make someone so exhausted that they couldn't fight back. One, it was to be completely humiliating. Like I said, you got flogged everywhere in your body. You were completely naked when you got flogged. And also, it was meant for the purpose of when they stretched you out on the cross, they usually had to like dislocate you. And obviously they put spikes through this part of the wrist, which went through the ulnar and medial nerve, which is super excruciating. There are like accounts of people in like the world wars, if they had their ulnar or radial nerve, like median nerve, exposed, that they would rather, if they didn't get morphine immediately, they'd rather commit suicide. And that's the type of pain Jesus experienced whenever he had to breathe on the cross. But it was pretty much to prevent them from fighting back, as they dislocated their joints to make them fit the cross and put the spikes through them and hoisted them up. So yeah, that's a little bit of a Bible quickie. Jesus did not receive the 39 lashes. He received far more than that. And that's really a testament of how far he went in his love for you and our redemption. So